first entry in the Star Wars sequel trilogy. But it's the kind of memorable quirk that makes Star Wars feel like a fantastical world still inhabited by real human beings. The story delivers a few moments that should be heart-wrenching for its protagonists, putting beloved characters at risk. They're passed over so quickly, though, that there's no time for anyone to react. Star Wars has long struggled to categorize exactly which lives matter. The sequel trilogy asks us to care for individual stormtroopers like Finn but still cheer their deaths as brainwashed mooks, for example, and it depicts droids as fully sentient entities while still casually accepting them as property. But the Rise of Skywalker pushes this to the breaking point, depicting what could be one of the most painful personal sacrifices in the entire nonology, and then bizarrely playing it for laughs before taking the whole thing back. The exception to all these problems is Rey's ambivalent antagonism with Kylo Ren, which provides some of the film's most fleshed-out and engaging scenes, as well as a series of complex lightsaber battles that rival anything in the earlier sequel films. The Star Wars sequels have always centered on the idea that both characters are struggling with their own personal light and dark sides, even as they're attempting to turn the other toward good or evil. In earlier films, this conflict has been filtered through larger battles between the First Order and the Resistance, as well as secondary villains like Supreme Leader Snoke and Kylo Ren's partner General Hux, Domhnall Gleeson. In The Rise of Skywalker, the pair finally get a chance to confront each other as individuals. But The Rise of Skywalker too rarely connects its big plot reveals to their human consequences. Abrams delivers answers to some of The Force Awakens' biggest questions. Critics of The Last Jedi were upset with Rian Johnson for evading these same questions, but the answers are almost more confounding than silence. They raise possibilities that could keep Star Wars fans busy for years because they cut so close to so many of the entire series' big relationship dynamics. It's frustrating that the film doesn't acknowledge this better. Instead, once the puzzle box has been opened, its contents are no longer treated as